don't know what year it is, the Panhead. Obviously a copy of Captain America from the film Easy Rider. Dennis Hopper, Jack Nicholson. Yeah, the famous Steppenwolf record, Get Your Motor Running.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway. Looking for adventure.
1952 EL engine, which is one of the Glide series, I can't remember which. So yeah, it's coming in for difficult to get in and out of gear neutral wise. Wet sumping, normal stuff. He changed the horn on it and now none of the electrics work, so it's obviously popped a fuse or done something that we haven't even looked at it yet. But generally it's very well made, whoever put it together. Not, you know, not everybody's cup of tea, but it's very well put together bike. This is what you call a mousetrap clutch, and that's just miles out of adjustment.
So what's the difference between a mousetrap clutch and...
Well, this is the one they built after your foot clutch.
Okay.
Yeah, they went to hand clutches, and then just to make the clutch easy, because that's really hard to operate.
Yeah.
But you should be able to do that with one finger.
Okay.
It's like an over the centre cam setup. You adjust it by this bolt here, the length of your rod there, and this bolt here, up and down on the spring. There's an order to do it in. When you get it right, you can just pull that with one finger.
Okay.
Yeah, just to be able to just pull it and hold it there. It's literally, it just rolls it over the top, and then there's enough spring load to back it back off.
So you say that this was the first iteration away
After
from the
foot clutch, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
So
cool.
Good solution?
It works well. Yeah, until they work, because it's all the same clutch basket and everything. You think you've got the power of your leg doing it, so you can, and it's all sort of tensioned up. But that, it must be horrible to ride. See, that's where it should, see that there? You can feel it rolling over the top of what they call a cam.
Yeah.
That should be, so it's right down here.
Yeah.
So you literally, you pull it, very easy to pull, and then it should roll over that cam load back here, and then you can clutch it and go. But it's all your silly things like worn out. See that? That's all worn out. It just needs shimming up and bushes, you know, tightening up and things like that. 4-speed gearbox. Yeah, just all your normal sort of big twin running gear, nothing special about it at all. Standard carburetor on it, M61 by the looks of it. Linkert, big twin carb. Kickstart, got S&S oil pump on it, so we'll have to check the ball bearings in that, 'cause it's clearly leaking. That's possibly a one-way valve on it, I don't know. We'll have to have a look and see. So get the seat off, find the battery. I haven't tried to start it because I don't want to turn all the electrics on until I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because obviously nothing worked. Just pull it all down and have a look and see what's going on realistically. Like I say, not everybody's cup of tea, and I should think it's quite a handful to ride. I can't even reach the foot pegs on it, so yeah, that's quite scary. The trouble with them is, with the extended forks, if you watch, look, get my feet spread apart, just touch that, see how they snap over?
Yeah.
So you really have to hold on to them. Yeah, because it'll just go bonk and throw you off, you know.
Why is that? Because of the extended
Just because
forks?
of the rake, the frame's all been altered here, you see. That's not a standard rake. Your standard rake on a Harley, if you look at, well, they change, they varied over the years, but nothing like that. So say you've got a, I don't know, 34 degrees or something like that.
Yeah.
Off of your parallel. See it? So instead of coming down like that, it's had all of that added and welded in. So they cut the frame, bring it all out to there, plate it all up, just to extend the rake out on the headstock. It's an archetypal mid-60s, early 70s chopper, you know. It's what they did. Little peanut tank, skinny front wheel. A lot of them didn't even run front brakes to get rid of that long brake cable, you see. As it all gets wound up and chewed up. And
Front brakes aren't much mustard anyway, are they?
These are better, but they're still not good. They're a lot better than the sort of WLA one.
So this style of bike, when did this first start becoming popular then?
I would say sort of 67, 68, something like that. Somewhere around that area, I would say. Don't know exactly, but I would say around about then.
Do you know how it all kind of first started? Is it just...
No, I don't really, no. It was definitely a California thing, I think. It's America, isn't it? They're great, big, massive, long roads. You can just put your feet up here and just keep going, you know. It's that sort of thing, isn't it?
Not so great in the UK.
No. No.
Nice, tight, windy roads.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be throwing it round the curlies, would you?
No way.
The twisties. Yeah, he said he changed the horn and nothing else worked, so we'll disconnect that before we try anything and see what goes realistically. Sissy bar's nearly as tall as me.
Didn't think we were going to talk about height on this particular one. But...
Don't start. Yeah, like I say, it's been well made, whoever's done it. Jesus Christ. Weighs about £40. Right, okay. So we've got a battery. Fuse on the earth side. Optimise the charger system. The fuse is blown. Got it?
Yep.
Right, so the fuse is blown. So we'll find another fuse. I'll disconnect that horn because he said it's the only thing that he changed. Because you get different types of horn. It's got 2 wires to it, so it's probably live in and live straight back out.
Yeah.
But if that is a horn that's got live and then you earth the other side, it won't work. It's just going to pop the fuse every time. So let's put a fuse in it and see what goes. Right, so we've got ignition switch here, and that's just blown the fuse again. So we have to look deeper. That clearly isn't the wiring to the horn, so that's just popped straight away. So it's still running 6 volt. That's your rear lamp wiring. But the minute you turn the ignition on, it's popping. So we haven't even got round to putting the lights on. A bit strange, isn't it? Well, a single wire to the ignition head. Let's pop the cap off of that, see if it's electronic ignition. Right, so that's pretty basic. We're still running on points. Don't think it's got advance and retard on it. Points are shut. So let's open the point and see if it blows a fuse then. Right, points are open, so let's put another fuse in it, see if it still pops. Well, that didn't pop, so it was obviously dead short on the points somewhere. So we found that out.
So, sorry, just explain that.
The points were short. The points were touching each other, yeah, which should make it spark.
Yeah.
So clearly, it's either something in here is shorting itself out. Could be that wire there. Who knows? It could be anything like that. That's all loose. So what we'll do, obviously ignition on now, lights on. It was working, wasn't it? Is that blowing again?
No, lights on. Something's just... You moved something and the light came on, I think.
Well, that's just a switch on that, but we've got no backlight. I've got a light up here. I've got 2, 3 lights on there. So it's probably just a dodgy contact on that.
No, there.
Yeah, it's somewhere on this wire here. Well, look at it, look.
Yeah, that's what going with the front light.
Okay,
well.
so we'll take that apart, make a new wire for that with an inline fuse on it. So that's a start. We know we can probably sort the electrics out now. So let's just pop those points back to the shut position. Right, that's shut. Let's see if that blows. Yep, that blows straight away. So that tells me something is shorting out on here. All that should do is make and break a contact to fire the ignition coil, yeah?
Okay.
So if you pull that wire out of there, which is your feed, don't let that short out. Now we should be able to stick a fuse in that, turn the ignition on, and it shouldn't pop. don't put the dead ones back in the box, it's very annoying. Right, okay. So that's changed that, that's not touching anything. Yeah, so that hasn't blown.
Okay.
With our wobbly wire, you got any lights on at all? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wobbly wire, we've got to mend. Okay, so we've got a short in there somewhere, which is a basic fix. You know, it's either the points have had it or something's just not right in there. Right, let's see if we can pop those out. Right, okay. So that's our set of points. And when it's open, yeah, you should be able to touch your tester on that side and that side. Nothing should happen, yeah. And when it's shut, you should get earth back out to that. So in theory, they should be working. No reason why they shouldn't work. Can't see anything shorting out on there. Right, so that's that. We don't have to worry about our condenser at the moment. Right, so that's still working. Ignition on. Right, blows it straight away. Okay. A standard Harley coil. One power in, one power out. Ignition on. Right, 604 there, 5.71, 5.71, so I wouldn't say it's in the coil at all. Let's check we're getting power to there.
So you'd see a surge in...
It would do something weird if it was shorting out somewhere. 5.73, so that should, in theory, work. Blowing the fuse or not? Right.
Yep.
Blew the fuse?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense at all. But you get live out the coil, live into the coil, live out the coil, to your points, and that's what fires it. So let's change it again and just see if it's overloading on that. So it's opening, that should be okay. No, just fires it every time. So I would say possibly the coil's iffy.
What would be the issue in the coil that would cause that?
The resistance has gone in it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong there with the points. I would say it's the coil. Right, we've got nothing going back to earth there, nothing going back to earth there. We know it's not on the lighting circuit because that all works without that wire connected, so it's somewhere on the ignition circuit that's popping it.
Yeah.
Points are working. The only other thing that will make it run shit is if the condenser's had it, but we're not connecting that at the moment, so it has to be the coil.
Okay.
So the coil's gone duff somewhere along the line, I think, which is easy enough to check. We're just I've got 6-volt coils over there somewhere for this. 6-volt, there you go. Let's try that one, then we can just prove to ourselves that it is or isn't a coil, can't we? So let's change that fuse again and see which one is power in. Right, that's power in. See, that's reading 6.37 and when it went through the coil it was 5.7. So there could be a discrepancy in it. This is just a mock-up just to try it.
Yeah.
Right, so that shouldn't blow. Okay. Right, it's the coil. That's sparking.
It's all on, yeah?
Yeah, that's all on. The points are now sparking. Yeah. So the resistance in that coil's at it. So.
Yeah.
So that is sending that. All that does is trigger back to the coil to make the spark plug coil fire.
Okay.
So the coil's at fault. So just going through it bit by bit.
Yeah.
And you find out what's wrong. So we need to order him up a new coil for it. That's a 47 up coil, they're different from the earlier ones. Got a different mounting bracket. But that's good, we know what's what. So now, try the brake light.
Yeah.
You've got lights. Any brake light? Yeah, brake light.
Yeah. Then you got 3 of the back.
Do they brighten up, or they're just singles, aren't they?
Singles, yeah, but there's only 3 out of 4. It could be a bulb.
Yeah, they look like they've got 12 volt bulbs in them, so I'll check that out. Right, so let's turn it off, put the horn back on and see if it does actually work. You said it was hard to start, didn't he? Yeah. So if that coil was iffy, probably that. Making it hard to start as well. Right, so there was nothing wrong with the horn. All it's done is he's turned the ignition on, because the coil's gone, it's popped the ignition.
Yeah.
So that's an easy fix, just the coil. Brilliant.